Hi, everybody.
Buenos dias, good morning. Mark Oliver here.
Shannon up.
And we are Conversations with Spiritual People. Coming live from Pisac, Peru, the Sacred Valley.
Yeah, we're at the, are we at like the top of the Sacred Valley? We're going to start moving down it now, starting today. This evening, we're going to go to another small village that teaches about horticultural stuff and the shaman, or the how do you say whatever he is? He's the elder of the. Well, I don't say he's the elder because his mama is the.
Yeah, she's the elder.
She's the boss, but he is preserving the heritage of his people through horticultural practices of the ancient ways.
Yes.
Him and a lot of the elders told Monsanto to go to the airport and have a Coke.
Go. Don't mess with us. Leave us alone.
There are some places here that is still doing Monsanto stuff, but a lot of the villages themselves are going back to practice the old techniques, the old ways, which is incredible. So we're going to do that today, and then we're moving to Unobamba. So you're going to be getting to see us in Unobamba.
And we're actually going to follow the Urubamba River, which is aligned with the Milky Way. How do you plan that? It's like nature, just like you can't.
Yes.
Yeah. That's divine guidance.
Oh yes, definitely.
So yesterday we went up to Intihuatana, which is right on that side of us, and we pointed to it outside the window a couple of times. And it's a ancient city, very, very old, over 1,000 years, and also that is where the Incan burial grounds are up there, and it's a very powerful place. They still, I believe, they still bury in the caves. They preserve the body and put them in the caves. The government here is very, very strict about people going over there. You will get arrested really, really quickly because there is gold and stuff in some of the ancient ones, the ancient tombs, because that's the way they buried them with their possessions. They put everything in there.
And there's also a beautiful story about how it's like the condor's nest. They would take the organs of the people, and then the condor would come and eat it. And as the condor would fly, the droppings, it would be like reincarnation. It's like coming back into the earth.
Cool. So we have a special guest today. She's come with us, and she's been with us. She's done a couple of videos with us today, or in the past. Miss Karen Lacey from Alternative Choices Wellness Center. It's going to change names, so just hang on for that. There's change in the wind.
Yes.
From Buena Vista, Colorado. She decided to come play with us in this one. And so, Karen, I know you had no expectations on this trip, but I try to give you all the no.
Like, I'm trying to hold back and tell you all the fun stuff.
Yeah.
So how far? So up to this point, what is your experience? What have you changed? What's happening with you?
Oh Lord, yeah, definitely not the same person that I was when I came here. And it has just been eventful from the moment we got here. And I'm telling you, and partaking in everything that I possibly can, I want to experience. And that's why I did not come with any expectations. I didn't know what was coming forth, or, what would show up. And I just wanted to be in that allowing space and flowing and everything like that. I just had this intuitive knowing that it was going to be transformative for me. And I knew I needed to come to Peru. And so, of course, the first day I'm here, I have two sessions, a cocoa reading and a healing session with one of the oldest elders and then his son, Guillermo, and whew, I am telling you, whew, the energy left. It was just like, wow, incredible, right? And so then you're processing that, and you're still absorbing the energy just of Peru and this energy and things like that. And it's been that way every day. Just so many experiences, so much fun. I haven't laughed this hard in a really long time. So in itself is cleansing. But I can tell you, my heart has been opened just immensely, and I just feel the layers just continuing to peel off. Yesterday when we were up on the mountain, the energy in that sacred place was undeniable, and I just felt like it opened me up that much more. And then the trek down was, you know,
fun.
As long as I stayed looking at the ground, I had to focus on my path, is what I had to do, because this person has always been afraid of heights. And so there were points where if I did look out, then the dizziness came, the knees started buckling. I went, oh, I can't do that. I got to get down off this mountain. And so thank goodness for our guide, who, like Shannon says, he can scale these walls and, you know, get around to help you.
He's Spider-Man.
Hanging off the side. It's like, how in the heck is he doing that?
And he's so kind. They're so kind here. They're just, these people are so kind. And it just hits you in the heart. When we went up to the village the other day, you just receive their love. It's just pure. And the little bambinas and bambinos, oh my gosh, these kids, you look into their eyes and it just, that energy just comes into you.
That is
they
amazing.
are so pure.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, I am so grateful we were able to experience this authenticity.
Yes.
Right?
I always think it this way. You know, we always think, oh my God, they're so poor and they're so something.
No,
it's like,
they
oh
are
my God,
so
no,
rich.
we are
Yes.
the ones that
We're
are
the
poor.
poor
Yes,
ones.
yes.
We're those BS.
We are the ones that are so poor.
Yeah.
It is unbelievable.
Oh.
And you just, it's amazing to
Yes.
see how they live and how they, you know, they practice what they preach. I mean,
Yes.
they talk their talk.
They're out there as authentic as all get out, and the kids. I mean, and the way they just let their kids they play regardless of. I mean, we watch and we're just like, oh, careful,
get down! You're
careful.
gonna get hurt.
But
Don't
I'm
do
telling
that.
you, Henderson, that little boy, he just cracked me up. He would just
He had
get
a lot of crack out.
Yeah. That's your little kin, little
He
Shannon.
was Shannon's twin. He was so cute. But he just jumping up and down on the hay bale. And then one of our crew, Hale, who is just her inner child is always present and things. She was playing and they're giggling, and it was just like, while they're doing the presentation for the weaving and things like that. And it's all okay. You know, it's just like everything was in unison, everything was flowing, and just like this. And it's just like, wow, my shoulders are not tight. They're just like, oh,
Emptying that
very
backpack,
much.
letting go of that.
Yeah, letting go of all of that and getting more closer to my authenticity, my innate self. And so it's just been a gift, and I'm excited for today. Every day I wake up, it's just like, okay, yay, experiences more today, you know? It's going to be hard to leave.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's gonna be hard to-
well, I will tell you, me and Marco had a very hard time being back in America.
Mhm.
Not only to leave, but to integrate
Yeah.
everything that you're experiencing here. It's
Yeah, I can tell you, I come back, I'm definitely doing the stair stepper for 9 months before I trek down that hill again, because, oh, lordy be, this body, whew,
And you're
He was
from the
screaming.
mountains.
And I'm from the mountains, and I walk every day, but I haven't been trekking up, like 4 Mile or anything like that, just because of time constraints and things like that. But you know what? I made it. This body held me through it. Pachamama carried us. I mean, it just, we received the first Menike rite up there. A condor flew over us when we were all complete and getting ready to start our trek down. The butterflies showed up. There was a hummingbird that showed up. Oh, that was the other thing during my coca reading. This beautiful hummingbird showed up and then parked in one of the trees back there while they were still doing my reading, which is a great spiritual message. And I was so grateful for that. And so, just when you think you've got everything figured out, like my new rebranding, my new logo, everything, oh yeah, now I know why I didn't, put anything in concrete yet. Mm-hmm. I needed to do this trip. I'm getting that clarity. I'm getting clarity on so many levels for my life that I'm just, there aren't words, I don't think, to describe.
Words can be very limiting.
You can say words, but the experience is what, being here personally. And that's for me. It's like for me, I just wanted to sleep up there. Because I wanted to connect in that way, just totally go out.
And being in that stillness, in that silence, because even being in that space, we want to take pictures and be like, oh, look at all this. But it's about feeling, being present, and letting all those little things go.
And it just brings the water to flow out of you. It just, oh my goodness, just so much emotion, so much energy.
That's overrated.
Yeah, listen to him.
Says the man that was like, woo.
It's overrated, I'm telling you.
But, and also it's just coming with great friends, and creating another family.
Not friends, brothers
and sisters.
That's something that we learned that.
Yes.
Here,
brothers and sisters.
We don't greet each other. Oh, that's my friend. No, you're my sister. You're my brother.
That's
and
right.
It doesn't matter
All
if
familia.
you're a stranger. Yeah, we're all brothers and sisters.
Yeah. It's just, that was a beautiful message at the despacho. Oh, and let's just talk about the beautiful despacho we had. And they incorporated the feminine energy with Guillermo's wife. And do you think the males throw a mesa at you? Ooh.
¿Se le va a limpiar su cuarto?
Sí.
¿Y van a descansar ya
no? No.
Es para cambiar las sábanas limpias.
Sí.
So
Sí las puede cambiar.
What is happening right now, we're getting ready to move, so they're having some logistical conversations.
Yes.
They are so sweet.
Everybody here will help you and take care of you, and
and they brought things that they make and sell, and so they brought those the other day so we could help the kids out, with whatever they needed for their schooling and things like that. What was I saying before?
We were talking about the despacho.
The despacho and the feminine energy.
Feminine, strong. You think male energy is strong? Okay. I'm gonna excuse myself for a few seconds. I'm gonna go assist her. She says the bags are too heavy. So let me help her out. Excuse me, guys.
Sure. But in the despacho, we had that feminine energy come through, join, and it was, even for Mariela, a totally different despacho. The way they set it up and everything was completely different. But, I mean, Guillermo's wife, I can't remember her name. Marcosa, yeah. Little half pint of a thing, but let me tell you, she can throw a mesa at you. Wow. And she's getting that hooch out. It's like, whoa. I'm like, whoa.
She's very, very strong.
She's tiny, but she's a tiny dynamite, let me tell you. But just in having that energy incorporated with the masculine, but we're all turning into a family, really, who has all come together. And, Deborah, my sister that I came with from Colorado, and the rest of them pretty much came from Texas, most of them. And so, we've just kind of incorporated, and we've got brothers and sisters for life, which is just wonderful. Just wonderful.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful experience because but it's awesome to get to experience spirituality with a diversity of people, and you get to see different aspects in yourself in each one of those. And that's what makes it so incredible, because you get to see just parts of you. Maybe they're in resistance, maybe they're really high, maybe they're this, maybe that, but you're getting to see that process. I know that Marco is still over there.
He is. Let me just say something about the food. I'm telling you, these people make food from scratch. They use the spices from their own gardens, and it's clean food, what we have had. And
so have you had any really reaction to the food? I know you're a very food sensitive person.
I'm a very food sensitive, and actually, that you bring that up, I have actually been able to enjoy some bread. And usually I'm very sensitive to gluten and dairy and things like that. But I really, I've noticed a little bit of swelling, so it's just in moderation that I can do it and things like that. But I have not had reactions to the food at all. It's been absolutely fabulous. This taste is incredible.
Yes, that's what I say, the flavors, the energy, and that's what I say today when we go up and we get to eat in the village and the community, the place, in eating in there, they actually get it out of the ground. They make it from their gardens. Everything, the herbs, everything is made there.
Yeah.
You can, from my experience from last time, you eat a potato and your body vibrates. I've never ever experienced that anywhere else.
And that's the way that soup did when we ate it up there in the village. It was just like, you could feel the energy of love just permeating through, and your cells going, whoa! Yeah. It's like this awakening feeling, and this is just so up my alley on the food thing. It's just incredible.
So you're gonna plait your hair like the young people that are traveling? What is that? Dread it?
Oh, I'm not going to dread. Oh God, no! I just can't do that.
So when you're in the village or in town and stuff, there's a lot of young people that are here, that are yoga people and things like that, and all of them have dreads or things, and it's like wow. To see such a diverse...
Right. There's just such a diverse community. And
and that's something that I can say here in Peru. You can go into town, and I know you don't feel uncomfortable. You don't feel like somebody's going to hurt you or harm you or try to,
And I think there's as many dogs as there are people. And, I know there's many...
And they're all healthy.
They're healthy. They're getting fed somehow. And
the people feed them.
Yeah, and so, but they're nice. I haven't met a mean one yet. None of them come to attack you. They just lay there, watch you come by, or they'll come up if they want some loving and some attention and things like that. And it's an energy that. Come on in, Marco.
I just didn't want to.
It's a totally different energy.
Cut you in.
Yeah, no, you're fine. You're my brother.
We're going to have to go and eat and get ready for our day. Marco, what's the energy for the day?
Today is the warrior, the yellow warrior. It's about stepping up and being fearless.
And we're in a new wave spell starting today.
Which means we set our intention for the next 13 days.
Love, just love.
Love.
Love. Mm-hmm. Expansion.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I'm definitely there.
Thank you, Karen, for sharing. Karen, if you want to find her, she's a beautiful healer, and she lives in Buena Vista, Colorado.
Where can people find you?
Alternative Choices Wellness Center, and website is alternativechoicesbb.com. Go there. Facebook, Alternative Choices Wellness Center, or Karen Lacey, one of the two. Phone number? 719-239-2007. I'm not there though, so don't call me.
So, for people who are in different parts of the world and want to come and host events and workshops at your venue.
Yes. It's all invites. We love uniqueness. We love.
People will drive because they're starving for spirituality.
It's in Buena Vista, Colorado, so we are surrounded by the.
I guess it's mid-range, right?
Yeah.
In the mid-range.
Yeah, the south central mountains of Colorado, and we are surrounded by 14,000-foot mountains there. They call it the Banana Belt, and it's beautiful. You get wildlife, you get nature, and Arkansas River flowing through. So it's a beautiful, beautiful community to come to and to do energy work.
And it has that pure energy similar to here.
Yeah. And my Spanish, I've been using it a little bit.
Sí, un poquitito.
Muy poquito. Sí. All right.
Well, thank you for joining us.
Thank you
I'm
for
sure
having
you'll be
me.
joining us again.
Yes, of course, anytime.
Have a beautiful and blessed day.
Muchas gracias, muchas bendiciones y tengan un día lleno de luz, amor y compasión. Hasta
Chao.
luego.
Hasta
Hasta luego.